Welcome to the Colorado Amateur Radio's Emergency Service VHF Net. This is Kilo Zero Bravo Alpha November. Name here is Philip. I'm located in Evans, Colorado, representing Region 3, District 2. Net control for this session in the Colorado ARES Net. Do we have any emergency or priority traffic before we begin? This is a directed net for coordination of ARES districts and to provide forum for announcements of interest to the ARES community. Please use the following techniques when participating in this net. Use a transmit tone of 88.5 hertz. Optionally, you can also decode and receive a tone of 123 hertz if your transceiver supports split tone operations. Key your transmitter and wait 2 seconds before speaking so that everything can be heard on all the system repeaters. Do not use the technique of keying up and saying this is or good evening and unkeying before giving your call sign information, as this causes problem with system linking. Please allow the repeater to drop completely between transmission to prevent timeouts. Use plain English, standard ITU phonetics, and no Q signals, please. Our backup net frequencies are the Rocky Mountain Radio League's 146940 with a negative offset and a 103.5 hertz tone, or the Pikes Peak FM Association's 146970 with a negative offset of a 100 hertz tone. I'll now call on section management. Please indicate if you have any business for the net. Section Manager Jack Siacha, WMOG. Section Emergency Coordinator Robert Wareham, N0ESQ.
This is W0VG, John Maxwell. I'll be Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator filling in for Robert and Emmett tonight, and I do have traffic.
All right, thank you for that. And Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator and Section Liaison Officers. Regional Emergency Coordinators.
Thank you, Philip, for taking the net. Kilo 1 Delta Delta November. Amanda, I'm going to follow off of Maxwell's traffic there.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Julia Bravo KF 0 JB, John Region 1 Deputy EC.
Call now.
Y'all doubled.
At the last station, could you come back, please?
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Julia Bravo KF 0 JB, John Region 1 Deputy EC.
All right, I'd like to acknowledge John from Region EC. I will now take check-ins from emergency coordinators, their designated representative, or ARRL officials that do not have business for the net. Please give your call sign, name, title, and district. EC or designated representatives, Region 1 and North Central.
Good evening, this is KA0BSA, Kilo Alpha 0 Bravo Sierra Charlie, George R1 DC 3 EC.
I'd like to acknowledge KA0BSE, George, from Region 1. Let's continue on. ECs are designated representative, Region 2, South Central.
This is John, EC for Region 2, District 2, Kilo Delta Zero, Sierra Foxtrot Yankee.
This is Kilo Delta Zero, Mike Romeo Charlie, Jim R2D1EC.
All right, let's hold up there. I'd like to acknowledge John KD0SFY and KD0MRC, Mike. Let's continue on. The ECs are designated representative, Region 3, 4, and 5, Northeast, Southeast, and South. Come now, please.
Good evening, Philip. This is Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu, W0DDZ, Dave, Region 3, District 2, AEC.
Whiskey Bravo Zero, Yankee Kilo Oscar, Mike R5D2 EC.
Kilo Echo Zero, Bravo Yankee Quebec, Chris R5D2 AEC.
All right, let's hold up there for a second. I'd like to acknowledge KW0DDZ, Dave, R3, Region 3, District 2, WB0YKO, Mike. And that last station, KE05, could you come back, Chris, with your rest of your call, please?
Kilo Echo Zero, Bravo Yankee Quebec, BYQ, Chris.
Thank you, Chris, KE0BYQ. Any other stations? And let's continue on with ECs or designated representatives, Region 6, 7, 8, 9, San Luis Valley, Southwest, West, and Northwest. Come now, please.
November 0, Oscar, Alpha, Yankee, Region 9, District 6, EC.
All right, I'd like to acknowledge N0OAY, Region 9. Any other regions, 6, 7, 8, 9, San Luis Valley, Southwest, West, and Northeast. Come now, please. All right, let's continue. Any additional ARRL officials, call now, please.
Whiskey 7 Zulu, Charlie Oscar, W7ZCO, R1D4 EC, Dick.
Kilo Zero, Juliet, Sierra Charlie, R45 Deputy EC, R5D1 EC.
I'd like to acknowledge W7ZCO, Dick, and K0JF, R5EC. This is K0BAN for the Colorado ARES Net Report. Let's go on to our net business. And our first order of business, Amanda, K1DDN, I know you are one of them. You can go with your business, ma'am.
Okay, Philip, I'm not going to go with my business first. We're going to go in the chain of command here. I'm going to send it over to W0VG, who he'll send it to me when he's done. John, take it away. By the way, great job, Philip. Take it away, John.
Thanks, Amanda. This is John Maxwell, W0VG, Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator, and I'm filling in for Robert Wareham, Section Emergency Coordinator, who does not currently have a radio, and Emmett Hurtlebrink, W0UAW, who is the Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator also, who's currently deployed with an IMT in Levita. First order of business, even though this is short notice, we could still use about 5 operators to support Raleigh, Colorado next week in Rangeley, Colorado. Pretty much everything is covered from expenses and your stay and meals up there. If you're interested, we'd love to have you. Contact Lisa Pettis, K0LMH, and her email is lmpettis, Pettis, 17 @gmail.com. With things as dry as they are, remember to be ultra careful and report any smoke. Let me reset the repeater.
This is the Colorado Connection.
Be very aware that the resources around the state for first responders are very, very thin right now, and it's just a matter of time until ARES gets requested. Make sure you take some time right now to ensure that your go kits are ready and that you're ready too. Don't forget your personal needs, because if you get sent out, you want to make sure that you're self-sufficient for at least 5 days. You just never know what you're going to get into. And that being said, Region 5 is currently deployed supporting the Fremont County Sheriff at the Quarry Fire with standby personnel from Region 2 El Paso County. Amanda Alden, K1DDN. She's got an update here, and I'm going to send it over to her. This is John Maxwell, W0VG.
Thanks, John, for the report. And Rangeley was a blast, you guys. So if you can, guys and gals, if you can sign up for it, do it. I know it's a long ways away. Okay, the Quarry Fire started yesterday in the afternoon by lightning. Actually, 2 different spot fires were started, plus 2 people got struck by lightning on the Royal Gorge Bridge. It's pretty devastating and quick moving. So they did get the one fire out, which was near the old Buckskin Joe. But the Quarry Fire, which was kind of below some cell phone towers and also our ham radio tower, kept on going, and they put air support on it right away on Saturday evening, but we were activated Saturday evening. Let me break. I responded with the QRV last night. We did rally at the SO, and we determined that nobody was going to be needed until first thing this morning. At that time, we realized we were going to be handling some comms for the wildfire team as well as the Canyon City Area Fire Protection District. So I had to rally some other people up, and there wasn't many available in my own district. We got KE0BYQ Chris and KE0GMS Randy from R5D2. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. It was a great help. And I just want to talk about what we actually did. None of it really pertained to ham radio. It really fulfilled more of the OXCOM role, which is very important for everyone to learn what that role is, because, again, it's not ham radio related. Break. So basically, it was bringing the QRV out to the LZ this morning, which, by the way, was the worst four-wheel drive road I have ever been on in my life, and I actually chickened out halfway up and had to park a vehicle and ride with someone else. I hate to admit that, but it's true. So anyhow, we monitored several different VHFs on the public safety frequencies, GovWork 1 and 2, BOM, channels, some were simplex, and basically what we did was relayed any of that traffic to our emergency manager here in Fremont County and also the incident command team. We monitored air to ground to let them know when the airdrops were coming and any questions that they had. So it was a big role to fulfill, but we did it. And sorry, timed out there. Jeff also could supply some internet through the QRB, so not everyone was wasting all of their data on their phone plans, but it wasn't have us there. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? It just seems like this is kind of more of the role that we're going as an ARES Oxcom group. It's not going to be mostly ham radio related, but there was some traffic on ham radio, mostly because there's a lot of firefighters here that are ham. So we relayed weather and current conditions to them, and they let us know how the fire was going on ham radio, just to have some chit chat. So that was good too. Let me break. I want to comment, I know Robert and Emmett aren't here and they would love to talk about this. To a lot of us, with all of these big fires happening, we seemed awestruck that we weren't getting called up to help in any perspective of the Red Cross. But I would like to just mention, try to get really close with your locals, your SOs and your emergency managers. I could basically give a seminar on how that works, because you just do the simple things. Whenever you do an event, you send the IAP to your emergency manager, letting them know what you're doing, or to your undersheriff and let them know, hey, we're going to be in your area and this is what we're doing and this is our plan. Send them those IAPs and they're really going to have a lot more respect for where you are, and that you're not just a sorry, I'm going to keep timing out here, that you're not just some kind of low-life volunteer that doesn't know what you're doing. They're going to know that you're certified and prepared for this kind of stuff and can stand with them. So, all right, I've been talking a lot, so I'll send it back to Philip. Thanks, Philip, for running the net again. K1DD in.
This is K0BAN, Net Control for Colorado ARES Net. Do we have any other business before I continue? All right, nothing heard. I'll continue on with the net reports for today. The CW net, net control was W0OJW. It lasted for 12 minutes. He had 2 stations check in. There was a lot of noise on the band this morning. But he had check-ins were first-timers on an ARES CW net. And our next net is single sideband net. Net control is KB0FD. And it lasted for 13 minutes, and he had 14 stations check in. And our sound card net didn't get to me, so I'm not sure what it is. But I'll reset. The Colorado Weather Net for this morning, 2 meters had 17 check-ins and 75 had 24. The high in the state was in Firestone and Brighton at 104. And the low, of course, is in Leadville at 40. And the most preset we had in the state was in Aurora at 0.52 of an inch, and that was Aurora South. This is K0BAN, back to net. I will now take check-ins for all stations listening. Call suffixes Alpha through India. Come now, please.
KI0EP, Kilo India 0, Echo Papa, Allen, R1D2.
Kilo 5, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie, K5, BBC, Phil, R3D2.
W0CEC, R1D5.
Kilo Echo Zero Golf Mike Sierra, Randy 52 KE0 GMS.
November 0 Alpha Romeo November, Carl R5D2.
W9CE, Whiskey 9, Charlie Echo, Jeff, R1D4.
Let's hold up there for a second. I'd like to acknowledge K1OEP, Alan, K5BBC, Phil, R3D2, K0, W0, CDC, KEQ, KE0, GNS, and N0ARN, and W9CE. Any corrections on that group? All right, let's continue. Call suffixes Juliet through Romeo, excuse me.
This is Whiskey 0, Oscar Juliet Whiskey, Dan, R5D2. Good to hear you there, Philip.
Kilo Echo Zero, Kilo Yankee Bravo, KE0 KYB, Walt, R2D2.
Kilo Uniform 0 Oscar, Kurt, R1D6.
All right, so up there, I'd like to acknowledge W0OJW, Dan, KE0KYP, Walt, and KU0Q, is that correct, or did I get that wrong?
Kilo Uniform 0 Oscar.
I have part of it right, KU0 Oscar. Let's continue on. Sierra through Juliet. Come now, please. Sierra through Zulu.
This is Kilo Zero Whiskey Sierra Uniform, Paul, Region 1, District 6.
And 4 TCW, November 4 Tango Charlie Whiskey Mobile, Lee, R2D2.
KE0 PSR, John, Canyon City. Thank you for doing that, Philip.
Kilo 0.
That last station, there was a double there. Could you come back, please? I've got Kilo 0.
Kilo 0 Uniform.
I got Kilo 0 Uniform. I will come back to you. Any stations, Alpha through Zulu, come now, please. All right, let's all up there. I'd like to acknowledge K0WSU, Paul, N4TCW, KE0PSR, and K0UYE. That was that last station. Any corrections or any other check-ins? Alpha through Zulu. Let's continue. This is K0BAN, net control for the Colorado ARES net. Are there any other stations with additional business or comments for the net this evening? Come now, please. Okay, stations with appropriate privileges are encouraged to participate in the following ARES nets. The HF single sideband net on 3.810 megahertz, lower sideband, at 08 o'clock average Sunday. HF digital net on 3.590 megahertz, RTTY at 0730 on the first, third, and I believe that's been changed. The HFCW net on 3.570 megahertz at 0730 on the second and fourth Sunday. Are there any other late check-ins or announcements? Please come now.
Kilo Echo 0, Quebec, Mike, Juliet, Sam, and Callahan, KE0, QMJ.
I'd like to acknowledge KE0QMJ. Sam, any other check-ins that would like to check in for the ARES net tonight, please come now.
This is the Colorado Connection.
I want to thank you for participating in the Colorado ARES VHF net. Tonight I show 28 check-ins. This net is now closed at 8:33 local. With our thanks to the Colorado Connection for the use of their repeater system this evening. The following net, please allow the repeater's carrier to drop completely and wait 30 seconds to allow time for stations to disconnect or continuing after the net conversation. 73, this is K0BAN, will be clear.
This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. For more information, visit our website, ncarc.net. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.